Hello there. Welcome all old and new friends of the YouTube space. My name is Tabitha Gabrielle, and today, the first video that I'm filming in 2024, I'm going to be doing a list of all the books that I read in 2023. I'm going to give you the name of the book, the author of the book, and then a couple words or a couple sentences at most, just giving my thoughts on the book. Some of these little reviews may be 2 words long, some may be a couple sentences long, but either way, I'm not about to give like a 5-minute rant for each of these books because you don't want to be here all day. I don't want to be here all day. We're going to keep this short and sweet. Also, if you're curious about my reading stats, here they are according to Storygraph. So without further ado, let's get into it. The Writing Desk by Rachel Hauck. This was a dual POV. It was fun. The desk was kind of a main character. Blackout by Candace Owens. This one was very eye-opening, very political. I think it's a must-read, honestly, regardless of where you stand politically. I think it's just a really good book, and it's got a lot of insight. Girls Like Us by Rachel Lloyd. This is a memoir. It's against human trafficking, and it's this lady's story of how she overcame her situation, and I found it really, really good and really inspiring. Bridge to Haven by Francine Rivers. This is basically like a 1950s version of Redeeming Love. Also, the town is like small town Mayberry wannabe town. So yeah. My Name is Mahtob by Mahmoody. Mahtob's mother actually also wrote a book, and there's a movie version of her story, which is also really, really good. This is the child's perspective in a very difficult marriage between her parents. Mark of the Raven by Morgan L. Busse. It was dark. It was moody. It had like a waterbender person in it. There was kingdom drama. Unspeakable by Jessica Willis Fisher. As you can tell, I was on a memoir kick earlier last year, and this was one of many memoirs that I read in the beginning of last year. Very heavy subject material, but very necessary. Something that needs talked about more often, but is a bit of a taboo subject. Definitely look up trigger warnings. Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. Tragic, heartbreaking, sad. You follow 4 characters. One of them is extremely annoying. The other 3, you feel really bad for. Out of the Easy by Ruta Sepetys. Southern Louisiana, strong female character, overcoming her circumstances. Yes, loved it. Fantastic. Jane of Austen by Hilary Manton Lodge. No, I think not. It started off good, derailed midway through, and ended very poorly. Jane Austen would not approve. Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys. Exceedingly sad. Very cold and sad. The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Mysterious, intriguing, puzzle-filled. Loved it. It was fantastic. Jameson's Not Okay. Get that man some therapy. The Indigo Girl by Natasha Boyd. 1800s 16-year-old boss girl running the whole farm. We love her. Also based on a real person, which I absolutely love. A Piece of the Moon by Chris Fabry. Mayberry Wannabe Town, Mysterious Rich Man, Radio Stations. The Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Jameson, He's Not Okay. Get the man some help. Honestly, get all these characters some help. Like, what the heck is going on? Also, I love this book. Run on Red by Noelle W. Ihli. I'm scared of driving on back roads now. Please help. The Fountains of Silence by Ruta Sepetys. Drama, hotels, Spain, summertime, Texas. Danger is Jesus by Kevin Burgess. Kevin Burgess, also known as KB, is a Christian rapper, and the insight that he goes into in this book is really inspiring, and I thought it was really good. I Must Betray You by Ruta Sepetys. Drama, dogs, you can trust no one. To Your Eternity, volumes 1 through 5. I had to stop reading these because they made me depressed. It's very sad. You will cry. Tears of the Silenced by Misty Griffin. The memoir of a woman who grew up in an Amish community. Very eye-opening, very insightful. Don't know if I trust the Amish people anymore after this. I really don't. The Paper Girl of Paris by Jordyn Taylor. American girl goes to Paris and discovers her family's heritage. Dual POV. It was really fun. The Maze Cutter by James Dashner. It's not the Maze Runner. The characters could be better. The story is promising. Will I be reading the second and third one? Eventually, but they're not high on the priority list. And that says a lot coming from someone who is as big of a Maze Runner fan as I am. The Dark Tower by C.S. Lewis. It's not Narnia. It's dark. It kind of is for C.S. Lewis. I was like, what? Okay. Living Underwater by Heidi Baker. So sweet. Such a sweet representation of the heart of a Christ follower. I really loved it. It was very inspirational. Once I Knew by Victoria Lynn. Peasant girl finds a man in the forest who hit his head and lost his memories. Turns out he's the king. Surprise, surprise. There wasn't enough drama. It was like looking at a box of Ritz crackers and expecting to get Ritz crackers and getting a saltine cracker instead. It was missing something. With a little peanut butter, it could have been better. Kisses from Katie by Katie Davis Majors. So sweet. Probably my favorite memoir that I read last year. A teenage girl goes to Africa and lives there as a missionary, ends up adopting a bunch of children, adopting a whole community. It was truly amazing. It was an amazing read. I highly recommend it. A Crown of Chains by Erin Phillips. The story of Esther from the Bible, but with fairies and other mythical creatures. It was fun. It was a good time. I liked it. Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. An absolute delight. Found family. Absolutely beautifully done. Enemies to lovers. I loved it. It was fantastic. Vow of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. Secret Marriage. Also a lot of drama because lack of communication. But that's why I loved it. It was fantastic. It was amazing. A Voice in the Wind by Francine Rivers. Get Julia out of my face. Get her out of my face. I am so upset. I cried. Juniper Bean Resorts to Murder by Gracie Ruth Mitchell. A girl moves back to her small town and discovers a murder. Basically. It was a good time. I liked it. XOXO by Axie. This was delightful. Absolutely positively a fluffy YA delight. This was like a K-pop K-drama, and I was here for it. I loved it. You've Reached Sam by Dustin Thau. I did not like it at all. It was an interesting premise. The main character was terrible. Hated her. She was such a dislikable character and had very little character development throughout, so no. Sam, I'm sorry, but bye. Bye, buddy. I hung up. A Girl Called Samson by Amy Harmon. This was also based on a real person, which I love. Based on the story of Deborah Sampson, who was America's first female soldier. She's giving all the Mulan vibes. It was good. It was a little bit sad, a little bit dark, and a little bit dramatic, but it was good overall. How the Penguins Saved Veronica by Hazel Pryor. Give me more books like this. This was amazing. I love penguins. I love the rich, sassy old lady main character. It was delightful. Even if you hate penguins, you'll like this book. Wishtress by Nadine Brandes. This girl creates wishes with her tears. And that's all you really need to know. The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. Absolutely delightful. I freaking love Mary E. Pearson. I was obsessed with this book when I first read it. This is the only kind of deception I want in my life because I was deceived and I was so shocked. I loved it. The Writer's Journey by Chris Vogler. Absolutely delightful if you are interested in the world of writing. I can't watch a TV show or read a book without seeing all of the structure underneath now, thanks to this book. So yeah, it really is very insightful about the structure of storytelling. The Heart of Betrayal by Mary E. Pearson. There is kidnapping. There is drama. There is heartache. Read it. It's so good. 5 centimeters per second. It was a cute little manga. I read it in about 2 hours. It's very frustrating and very dramatic, and I hated both of the main characters by the end, but it was It was entertaining. The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. What even is this book? Like, what is happening? I have a whole video with my thoughts on this book. So yeah. The Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson. It was fantastic. There's battles, there's war, there's drama, there's political, like, intrigue. Yes. Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Dragons, War College, political drama, relationship drama. Everybody hates everybody until the Griffins come. And then we're all friends. But oop, the government is hiding things from us. So maybe the Griffins are our friends. Defy the Night by Bridget Kimmerer. I was so blindsided it took a whole 2 chapters for me to recover. There's a single character with 2 identities in this book. The Starlit Prince by C.F.E. Black. Beauty and the Beast, but add fairies and bears and Spanish culture. Defend the Dawn by Bridget Kimmerer. I love this book, and that is saying a lot because it takes place on a singular ship. That is the entire setting of this book. I just love the characters. Also, the captain. You didn't hear this from me, but he's not really the captain. Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Worth the hype. I loved every minute of this book. Whenever I had to put it down, I didn't want to put it down. That says a lot. I haven't even watched the first episode of the show yet, and I'm already upset that Netflix canceled it. On Writing by Stephen King. This is so insightful. This man knows what he's talking about when it comes to writing. He really does. And with that is all the books that I read in 2023. I hope you're having an amazing first 6 days of 2024 so far, and here's hoping it only gets better from here. I hope you have an amazing rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever other time of day it is for you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.